Hi everybody, Gary here, GK Aquatics. Today I want to show you how I take care of fish. I acclimate fish when they come in. This is what I do to get them from the box to the tank so they can begin adjusting. Alright, come along, I'll show you what I do. Okay, now this is strictly for demonstration purposes. I'm just using this box as an example. So you get your box. First thing you want to do, all right, these fish have been in this box for, if you overnighted them, 24 hours. If not, priority mail, whatever, it could be 3, 4, 5 days. But minimum of 24 hours, they've been in this box in total darkness, which keeps them nice and calm and everything is good there. But if you put spotlights on them and all that, and then you open the box, it's gonna be a shock to them. So let's not do that. So what I do is I subdue the lighting. This is what I normally do. I have enough light I can see in the bag if there's any DOAs or anything like that, but for video purposes I'm going to leave this light on. Okay, so what we do is we carefully cut the box and down there, and we open it up. Now there'll be packing materials and stuff like that. I made this bag up ahead of time. You'll have a bag, you'll take it out. Even when the subdued lighting, you'll be able to see, okay, do I have water in the bag, or did it leak out and all my fish are dead, or what? Okay, so I have the bag, I have no DOAs, they're not looking stressed out or anything. So then what I do is I bring it over. I bring the bag over and I'm gonna set it in the tank for a minimum of 15 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes is even better. It won't hurt them. They're fine. Do not open the bag. You have not opened the bag yet. They're still in there. All you're doing is acclimating the temperature. That can be the biggest initial shock. Okay, now, one of the other things is if you have a dead fish, you're going to want to take pictures of it and send it to who you bought the fish from, because most likely they will credit you, unless they specifically said no guarantees. Most likely they will credit you for the fish, not shipping. Most people will not pay for shipping. There are a couple. Okay, so if you have any DOAs, take pictures. If they're all dead, you're not in a hurry anymore. Just take the pictures and send them. If you have any that are alive, or say you have 1 dead and 5 that are alive, okay, that water is fouling very quickly. You want to get them out of there as fast as you can. Skip this step. If you have fish that are looking really bad, they're on their side or whatever and not looking good, get them out of this bag. Okay, so let's just say all our fish are happy and healthy. We have done our 20 minutes. The temperature's the same. All right, then we move over here. I already have this set up, which I would do if I was receiving new fish. Okay, I have Mr. Bucket here. I have a bucket. I have the net there. And what I'm going to do is take this bag right out of there. Okay, it's your choice. You can either cut the top or just, sometimes it's knotted, sometimes it's rubber banded. It depends on who sends it and what they feel like doing. Sometimes if it's one of those ways and it's too difficult, yeah, just cut it. But what I'm going to do for demonstration purposes is I'm just going to go ahead, take this rubber band off. You're still not opening the bag. Okay, here's one thing. These fish have been in there and they've been adding ammonia to the bag. They've been pooping or whatever. Even if they've been not fed for 3 days or whatever, they're still going to have some in there. Now, it's kind of a complicated thing. They're using some of the oxygen and giving off CO2. The CO2 is going to keep the ammonia from being toxic. And the lack of oxygen it's all going to keep the ammonia from being toxic. As soon as I open this bag, that ammonia instantly becomes toxic. That's why I don't like the drip method. If you buy fish from somewhere, though, and they say do the drip method, do it. Because that's the only way they're going to guarantee their fish. I don't like it simply because as soon as I open this bag, all that ammonia becomes toxic. And if all I'm doing is dripping stuff in there, I'm just toxic. I'm poisoning my fish. Right now, they'll be okay. So, let's watch what I do here. I simply take this, and I'm going to keep the top pinched closed. I let it untwist, but I keep the top pinched closed. Okay? Pinched closed. Turn the bag upside down. Make sure all your fish are in there. You're still not having any water coming out or anything. Okay, you got your net sitting on the edge of the bucket there. Stick that down in there. Let go. All your water rushes down there. Make sure you have no fish left in the bag. All that water, that nasty water, has gone into the bucket. You have all your fish in this net. Then, you've already temperature acclimated them. You just take your net, drop your fish in there. Okay, now, some people like to, they say the drip acclimating is better because the fish get used to the hardness and they get used to the pH of their new water. Most fish are extremely resilient. Yeah, assuming they were healthy when they sent them to you, they will adjust to pH and hardness like that. Temperature's a little rougher on them. That's why I still temperature acclimate. But like I said, as soon as you get them out of that, as soon as you open that bag and allow the oxygen in, it toxifies that ammonia and it starts poisoning them. That's why as soon as I open the bag, I put them right in the tank. I do not let the water from the bag go into the tank. That's why we do the bucket thing, the bucket and the net. If the water, you don't know what's in that. First of all, you've got ammonia in there for 3 days, or at least 24 hours worth of ammonia in that small amount of water. You don't want that going right in your tank. It could probably handle it, but right off the bat, there's going to be initial shock to, hopefully you have a quarantine tank, but if not, there's going to be initial shock to what you already have in there. It's also adding the ammonia straight to your new tank, even if you have a quarantine tank. Also, you could have other things. There could be parasites. There could be just little things in the water that you don't want in your tank. Let them stay in the water and dump that water out. You don't need it. And that's it. And then you put them in there. Before this, like I said, going back to the subdued lighting, I make sure I turned the tank lights off before that. And I leave them off for 24 hours. Just me. You can have ambient lighting. You can have, whatever, your living room lights on. Don't worry about keeping it totally dark. But turn the tank lights off. They'll thank you for it. The next morning you get up, go ahead and feed them like you do your other fish, or if it's a quarantine tank, of course, just whatever that fish needs. Feed them lightly. It may take them a few days to get to where they're really comfortable and really eating like they should. Now, the amount you should feed normally is a whole separate video, but generally think of it this way. Your fish's stomach is about the size of his eye, so it's pretty small. So if, you know, you're feeding a half a pound of food, yeah, they're not going to eat that. You're just fouling your water. So that's how I do the that's how I acclimate fish. There we go. We'll use that word. That was a better way to get there. That's how I do that. Then you wash out your net, wash out your bucket, and you'll be good. Now up here, I'm going to put some links to some other videos I think you'll like. Leave me some, if you have any questions or comments, feel free. Put them in the comments section. I try to answer them all. I definitely read them all. And let me know if there's anything you would do different, add or subtract or whatever from what I do. So here's those videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.